Hey guys, what's up? Poyo here. As you can tell by the title of the video, this is a mental health update. I haven't made like a video in a while, but I have good news for you. This is a good update. This is not one of those like ridiculous videos I've been making the past few years, which I hope I've, managed to delete them all. I went through all, or I think all of them, and deleted them. For those of you guys who may or may not know, I have not been doing the best for a long time. But the good news is, it's like I'm actually at a good point in my life. Like I'm actually happy. Like I'm happy probably for the first time since, I'm not even kidding, probably before 2008, like before Brawl came out. And so I figured, I'm not gonna talk about why I was depressed, but I'll talk about, some of my depressed behaviors and, what I've done this year to change things and, be doing better. Because, I'm actually legitimate. I thought I was doing okay, because, but no, I can actually confidently say, like, I'm actually happy in life right now. And I was nervous to, even say I was happy for when I was, getting to doing better a lot of time in this year. I was nervous and scared to say I am happy, I am doing better, just for the sake of, because, I was scared it was, a too good to be true thing. But yeah, so for you guys who may or may not know, I've been depressed about a lot of stuff, the past, probably since ever I've been on the internet, but it should be very evident in the past, like, 2 or 3 years, I've just been making, like, really, depressed videos, either just talking about, like, stuff I'm depressed with, a lot of self-deprecating, a lot of feeling sorry for myself, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, so I'm actually doing happy now, and let's talk about what's been going on. So, for those of you guys who may or may not know, I have, let's just do a quick recap. So I've been depressed, the past, few years, especially, I would say, starting from, the Luigi nerf in Smash 4 in 2015. At first, I wasn't, like, super depressed when that nerf happened, I was, because, I was still doing okay with Kirby. I was still getting, like, some 3rds and 5ths at Xanadu's. That's before, DLC came out. That's before, like, people got better, blah, blah, blah. And then I really, really fell off, like, 2016 onwards. Moved to Missouri, and then I never really got back to where I was, skill-wise, and just, there was a lot of emotional issues I did, regarding skill level. That was the main thing. I wasn't happy in Smash skill level. I started getting, like, obsessive and clingy towards other people in my life. Most recently, as you guys would know, I was obsessed and depressed over an ex breakup in 2022, and I was still clinging to this friend even to the person as a friend, even when we weren't, together. I was still clinging to them to the point where, because he was still, like, trying to be friends with me and, be nice about it, but I was still clingy, super obsessed, still had a crush, and I, eventually it did lead to a block in, March of 2023, and then that's when I got, like, really, like, just batshit, crazy and stuff, and I've had, like, emotional issues my whole life as well, with the, I've had emotional issues my whole life as well with the, I cannot talk, just a lot of emotional issues, which nowadays, I just compete in the Japanese, Kirby Fighters 2 tournaments. Fortunately, they are nice enough to let people compete overseas, because my emotional issues definitely got the better of me when I got banned from the American Kirby Fighters 2 Discord with a lot of, what's it called? Just a lot of, just acting out. I didn't even talk in the Discord that much, but I was toxic about the community on Twitter. I was toxic to players in Discord, or DMs, blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, so once again, I don't want to get super into, because this video is already, 4 minutes long, and I'm not really talking about how I'm doing better now, but just trust me, guys, I am. So, the first thing that really happened, it actually started, towards the end of, last year, I believe, December, so it's been about a year, like, actually around a year, might actually be the same day, I'm not sure. So me and that ex I aforementioned, we did we actually are friends now. We made amends. So basically, he reached out to me after in, like, December of last year, 2023. So he had me blocked for 9 months up to that point, and we started talking about things, and he was a little on the fence about it, about, talking to me again. So we had this, like, super long heart-to-heart about just, a bunch of stuff. I told him I've been trying to do better on, I guess this is a two-for-one. I can explain to you guys what I told him, as well as something that I did in 2023, a few months before, 2024 started. I was trying to understand people. I was trying to watch a lot of videos about, like, empathy and stuff, like, if you watch, like, Psych2Go, that's a YouTube channel. I was watching a lot in 2023. They talk some stuff about, like, empathy. They've been talking about, like, toxic traits, and I was like, shit, I'm like all this, or almost all of these. I'm a lot of these, basically. I was trying to watch some, like, TED Talks, just other stuff about, like, not even necessarily, like, relationship stuff, because me and that friend had, we had been breaking up at that point, but just, like, being a good friend. So we had, like, a super long heart-to-heart about it. He was still, like, kind of on the fence, so he said, like, I'll get back to you in a few days. And then I think we talked again, like, 2 days later or something, and, it's a pretty smooth sailing sense, yeah. We're, I don't need to go every day with messaging them. That's what I used to do. It used to be, like, really bad, right? Like, I mean, talking to a friend every day is fine, but I'd be like, hey, if I don't get a response in, like, 30 minutes, hey, and, like, by the time he would respond to me, like, his Discord message, the Discord wall would be full of heys, highs, or whatever, and then, I mean, it's pretty obvious he wasn't, like, I was trying to, like, lie to myself, and be like, he's okay with this, but, like, it's really obvious, like, his typing mannerisms were different, like, he would always type in, like, lowercase, and, like, not many emotes, and, like, you could tell, like, when you talk to someone online enough, how their talking emotes are and stuff, so, it was quite obvious in, like, 2023, the first, January to March before the block, as well as, honestly, pretty much all of 2022, he wasn't, enjoying my company, but, like, we're getting back to how we were, like, when we first met, not relationship-wise, we realized that we're just not meant for each other that type of way, but, I've been doing a lot better as regarding the KF2 ban, the KF2 Discord American ban. It doesn't matter that much nowadays, because, the American, scene is pretty dead. Like, it's mostly Japan playing the game at this point. Like, I'm a lot of this year, I've just, been up at, like, really early AM hours for America, because that's, like, evening for Japan, just to play these Japanese players. So I've been doing good in that regard, and once again, so I can, go days without, messaging my friend, and without having to be, like, hyper obsessed over them, because, I'm just, like, doing better in that regard. I also now work from home, which is very nice, because up until, like, from 2016 up until, like, 2023, I've, like, pretty much only been working fast food, right? So I actually now work, like, an office call center job, and I qualified for work from home. I started this office call center job in what's it called? July of 2023 is when I started it, and then in January of this year, January 2024, they let me know I qualify for work from home, which, I took. And, it's been really nice, just, it's just, like, certain little things in the day, just less things to worry about. It's like, oh, because I don't drive, so it's like, man, do I gotta, ask a family member for a ride to work, or do I gotta, Uber to work or whatever, so that's, like, just a little less, planning that I have to worry about. I could, just stay in bed, sleeping with my cat, until, like, 10 minutes before work, not worry about getting dressed. Can have, like, bedhead. None of the customers will know. Got bedhead or whatever. So that's been very nice. On my lunch breaks, I could just, go up to bed for an hour, sleep with my cat. My company has pretty flexible, VTO, which is, like, voluntary time off, because money isn't the most important thing in the world to me. Sometimes, you just need a little more sleep. You're also allotted, like, I believe 10 hours of unpaid time, like, a week, so in case my energy levels aren't, the greatest, I can nap a little more, but it's good, because my old job, was fast food. I worked at Culver's at the time. I worked just 10 a.m. to 4 a.m., so it's not 4 a.m. That'd be crazy. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it wasn't even a full 40 hours, Mondays through Fridays. But, because Kirby Fighters 2, you can't really play free play in that game. You could just, I mean, you technically can, but you can't really get a match, and even if you could, it's doubles with items and hazards on. So, and since I'm banned from the American Kirby Fighters 2 Discord, this is the game, that I enjoy the most. I wouldn't really be able to play, so a lot of times, I would just get off work at 4 p.m., just feel like I have nothing to do. So that would lead to my regress into like these obsessive, behaviors. Just talking to my obsessively messaging my friend, hoping he responds to me. But now that I work a 9 hour, well, really it's 8 hours with the 1 hour lunch. Like I work Tuesdays through Saturdays, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. I don't have, there's less dead time during the day, and it kind of sets up for me to be awake late at night to play Japanese players, so that's very nice. And once again, they don't always respond. Some days that, sometimes, so I basically just go on Twitter, and just ask for matches and hope someone responds. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, which is fine if they don't sometimes, but I'm not, just getting off work at 4 p.m. and just feeling like I got nothing to do. And if I do want to go to sleep, I can, because 10 p.m. is a pretty reasonable time to fall asleep. So I can do that. For example, I can so all this dead, this dead time that I used to have and not really having anything to fill it with, I'm either working or I'm able to play with Japanese players. That's a huge deal. I also cleaned my room for the first time in like a year and a half, maybe a year and a third, year and a fourth. I'm not sure exactly. It was I want to say it was either March, February, or April. Sometime around that time this year, I cleaned my room, and it had not been cleaned. My room had not been cleaned, since early. I want to say January of 2022. So. Or is it 2023? 2023, I think, yeah. But yeah, so that's a year and a third, year and a fourth. And I did use a lot of, I actually used a mix of, because I used a mix of PTO and VTO that year. So I was basically working half days, that week. I just spent a lot of time that week just cleaning my room. It's gotten a little bit dirty now, which is why I don't have the webcam on. But, it's still, I can walk around in it. If I spent, if I get a 3-day weekend, I could easily clean my room, and so my PTO refreshes next year. So that's definitely I'm gonna take a few 3-day weekends in January, get my room clean up again. But it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. It was seriously at the point where pretty much every inch of the floor was covered in trash. Water bottle, not food. I didn't have bugs or rats or anything, but Amazon boxes, water bottles, energy drink cans, like that, plastic, foam, a bunch of stuff like that. Basically, that's how my room was. But so when I cleaned my room, I spent just straight up a week to cleaning it up, and I probably had around maybe 30 or so trash bags I left out for the trash that night when for trash pickup that week. So that's kind of crazy, but it's never gotten. And I did clean it got a little bit dirty, and then I cleaned it again, I think a month or two ago. But it's still not the most organized. There's not trash on my floor like crazy, but my room, the plushes and everything aren't organized to the point where I'd want to stream. It doesn't look. It just kind of messy, but it's not. It's disorganized. It's not trash filled. But yeah, a mix of just playing these Japanese players, and they've been very nice as well. I don't really talk to them about my personal life stuff because we. It's language barrier, and I'm not super close to them like that, but they've been very positive. They're accepting of playing the game that I love the most. That they give me an opportunity to play that. We talk about the game a decent amount, and they're all very kind to me. And the other thing I did is I started going to equine therapy. Equine is another word for horse, so equine therapy, horse therapy, whatever you want to call it. I started that in, I believe, March of this year, so basically what that is because typical therapy in the past did not work for me. I actually have tried therapy in the past for me. So people who would say go to therapy, I have tried it, and a lot of it just kind of like, yeah, okay, and that was just kind of how I would be for like an hour a week. You know, it really didn't do much for me, and I realized I actually don't really need a person to like to spit my guts out to like that. I really just need like a chill place to like get out like once a week and just chill, because I'm like, when I'm not going to horse therapy, because you know I don't go to Smash tournaments anymore these days. I'm just kind of like a zombie inside my house, right? Like a vampire, whatever you want to call it, getting no sunlight. But you know, I'm sorry, my words, I apologize. I'm like getting like no sunlight, you know, basement dweller, whatever you want to call it. But you know, I get to go out once a week, you know, brush a horse, sometimes, you know, walk them around that little field they have. I don't do horse riding yet. I should learn horse riding. I've been there going for almost a year now. I've been going since around March this year, so it's been March and it's December, so it's been almost a year. I should learn the horse riding. Well, I'm like a pretty low energy person, so it's not something I've been super rushing to learn. It's not something I've been super, but just like, you know, just getting out, you know, brushing the horse, talking to the horse for an hour, you know, getting, you know, fresh air, right? Talking to the horse caretaker, it's been a huge thing. So I would say my life is, you know, pretty therapeutic now, right? So I'm gonna clean my room, so I got a room I can walk around. I got a room I can, you know, walk around in. You know, I made amends with my friend, and you know, we talk every few days. We don't have to talk every day, and when we do, it's, you know, it's chill. It's not obsessing over anything. I have an avenue to, you know, play my favorite game again. You know, I'd say my life is very therapeutic because, you know, I'm on my lunch breaks, you know, I'm sleeping with my cat. I'm hanging out with, you know, the horse hang out with horses once a week, you know, brushing them, talking to the horse caretaker. And we don't really talk about like life issues. We just talk about like, how's life? You know, she'll tell me like, you know, how horses behave, stuff about horses. So it's, you know, it's super cool, and like you guys can just probably hear me talking right now. I'm not like being emo, depressed, anything like that. I'm just, you know, just talking, just chilling, and that's kind of how I am, you know, when I talk with, you know, my horse caretaker, the horse caretaker for about like an hour a week. We just talk about life and stuff, you know. So you know, it's pretty chill. So overall, like, you know, I'm doing better now, and for what it's worth in Kirby Fighters 2, because as I mentioned before, being good at video games is something that matters to me a lot. It's probably the most emotional, important thing to me, which is questionable, but for what I guess I would say it's the most emotional investment I would say I have. I guess that's another way of putting it. That's like, it's the most emotional investment I have. And when I'm not, you know, doing good in a competitive, when I'm not doing good in my competitive game of choice, be it, you know, Smash 4, Brawl, Kirby Fighters 2, whatever, I kind of go to other vices to try to feel better, which means typically being obsessive towards a respective person at a time. And my ex isn't like the first person I've been obsessed over. I don't really, you know, once again, I don't want to super, you know, get into the bad stuff, because we're talking about the good stuff now. But that is something, you know, that is a behavior I have had for a long time, to be honest. When things aren't going well and me being competitive, in my competitive games, I haven't been able to be happy in it. I'm finding vices in like other ways. Which is really just obsessing over another person, and it, you know, doesn't go well. No person likes being obsessed over. But yeah, it's like, ironically, I'm actually now the best player in Kirby Fighters 2, because like I said, the American scene is like kind of dead now. They have a few tournaments, but like nothing crazy. I've entered 5 Japanese tournaments this year. I've won 4 out of 5 of them, and they're the biggest region in the world. And when a top 2 player, Toby, the American player I've had the most issue with, when I was last competing with the American scene in 2022, when I was hosting tournaments, he was the player that was giving me the issues. He entered one Japanese tournament, and I did, beat him. There was a bracket reset, but I went 2-1 in sets versus him. I won winners finals, lost grand set 1, then won grand set 2. So, like, you could say, oh, the player I wasn't beating didn't enter these tournaments. Well, he did enter, so, like, I'm doing the best in the most active region, and then, like, there's no asterisk of, like, someone I can't beat. So, but ironically, I think why I'm doing better emotionally isn't because I'm doing better at the game. I think I'm doing better at the game because I'm doing better emotionally. So kind of funny how that works. And you've heard like a lot of top players, and you may or may not have heard a lot of top players talk about, mental health, about in competitive Smash and other games, stuff like on any game. So I think the reason I'm doing better in these games is due to mental health. I'm excited to, take Brawl a bit seriously again next year, because I haven't really taken Brawl seriously that much since Curry Fighters 2 came out in 2022. I went to Apex in 2022 just because, like, I wanted to stay ranked, so I went. And other than that, I mean, I've only been going to Sweet Spot because it's like an hour away. I can just Uber to it without, I mean, it's an expensive Uber, but I can just Uber to it without having to worry about, like, flying out, planning a weekend trip or whatever. So I've been going, but I haven't really been taking the Sweet Spots seriously. I've just been kind of just going to them just because they're in my region. But yeah, I'm excited to take Brawl again seriously, and the thing is, I do want to be good at, Smash. I really do want to be good at a relevant Smash game. I think Ultimate is so far along the lines. I'm just kind of waiting to test the waters to find out if Smash 6 is it gonna be a brand new game, or is it gonna be Ult Deluxe on I'm dead the clip I'm watching on the screen. But is it gonna be is it going to be a brand new game? Because I heard Sakurai, because I think Sakurai has mentioned he's gotten a new project together, and from what people can tell, they don't think it's going to be Smash. And, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling game, on the Switch, so a lot of people are thinking, Ultimate is just going to be, Smash on Switch 2 is just going to be Ultimate Deluxe, because, Nintendo can probably milk it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna super start playing Ult until I even find out what it is, because if Ult's, because I don't know. I'm watching Ult I'm watching Ult a little more than I used to watch it, just for the sake of wanting to be prepared if if it is if it is Ult Deluxe, just kind of knowing understanding the game better, understanding how the meta works. But I don't really feel like playing until I know what the next game is going to be, because it's probably either Ult Deluxe or an actual new Smash game. It's probably going to be announced in the next few months, probably not few months, next year or two, maybe 3 years. But so I am still a Brawl player, so I figure I once again, I haven't really had like a really serious Brawl tournament, since SmashCon 2019, which I did get which I did get top 8 at. I beat Seagull, which was a big deal at the time. This is when a lot of old school top players, they still entered Brawl. This is before like Anti-Nairo got banned. So still got a few unanswered questions regarding Brawl, and I think my mental health is doing better, a lot better now. And Mix, I've been talking to 686M and Hoenn as well. This past year, I got a lot of insight to a lot of things I didn't know before. I've been studying in a more efficient way, because like when you have, I think the game, like just what I'm looking at, I think I'm able to like view the game itself a lot more objectively, a lot more without a narrative, like, oh, I can't do this tech skill, or how is he making this read, how does this work, blah blah blah. I view things a lot more objectively, and I think that comes with like just having my mind cleared of all just the emotional crap that I really didn't need to be having it cleared with. So I'm going to be playing a mix of Kirby Fighters 2 next year, as well as Brawl next year, and then we'll see how things are going. Life is, for me, it's pretty smooth chilling. Once again, work from home, a mix of work from home, a mix of a mix of work from home, mix of horse therapy, cleaning my room, making amends with my friend. And once again, I'm very, very grateful, he did, give me that second chance, because he was on the fence with it, and I'm, glad that, I've been, treating him with respect and, not fucking it up, Now I can actually just, you know, play games, get good at games, and, you know, just, I don't know, just be happy, because I'm actually happy. And I was hesitant to say I was happy. Like, I was really hesitant to say I was happy, and it's weird, because, like, sometime in the middle of this year, I was, like, getting sad randomly, because, like, the thing is, nothing bad, there was nothing bad going on in my life, but I feel like people resort to I feel like people resort to their old ways, be it good or be it bad, just out of habit, you know. You know, you hear about, you know, drug addicts, you know, they go to jail, they do their time, and then they get back on the street and become drug addicts again. I feel like people kind of go back to their old habits just because it's kind of what they know. So it's like, there was some point in time this year I wasn't suicidal, but I was like sad again. And there was really no reason, like, everything in my life was going fine, and it didn't last long. I think it was like maybe a week or something I was feeling sad for really no reason, but I think it was just my mind kind of defaulting to, you know, being sad. I think just because my mind was kind of just defaulting to being sad, because like, just being sad is all I've known since like 2008. But now, like, in the past few months after that, I want to say the past at least like four, maybe 5 or more months, like, I just have not been like sad at all. So that's good. And like, when I do complain about games, yeah, I mean, I will be like, oh man, fuck, man, what the fuck? Like, I'll be like that, but I'm not like, man, this is bullshit, your character's bullshit. Like, I used to like complain a lot. Like, I used to complain so much about the game. Oh, this is bullshit, this character's bullshit. Blah. That's how I mean, I get that adrenaline rush where it's like, man, fuck. Yeah, a bit more than I should, but you know, like if you watch, you know, people work out, they're lifting weights, they get that adrenaline rush, they're like, ah, yeah. So I feel like that's kind of the way I'm like raging about games. I'm not like belittling people or telling anybody, you know, their character's bullshit, telling them they're playing like a bitch, saying this matchup's impossible, blah blah blah. I'm just kind of getting that, like if you've seen, like, I have a few streams where I kind of like rage a little bit when I'm playing Curry Fighters 2, but I'm never like calling the player bullshit or their character bullshit or whatever. Just kind of like an adrenaline rush. I probably do need to work on that. You know, I'm not perfect, but, you know, like, I'm doing better now. Like, I'm not really, you know, feeling sorry for myself, because a lot of it was, like, me feeling sorry for myself, and I try to, like, make excuses. Oh, I'm not actually feeling sorry for myself, you know, blah, 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 and, you know, I just kind of, you know, just made a lot of excuses to, like, try to justify a lot of what I did, really. Yeah, but, I'm just doing, you know, fine this year. I'm just doing fine this year. I don't really think there's much else to say, you know. You know, once again, I guess that video that I had played, I thought I said on loop, but I think that's pretty much all I had to say. Like, so the real main things is, like, I'm not really depressed anymore. You know, mix of horse therapy, work from home, playing the game I love, being able to just get all the emotional crap out of the way. Things are doing wonders, right? So so this video is like almost 30 minutes long, so I'm doing well. I'm excited to keep playing Curry Fighters 2 next year. Hopefully, I run the channel Curry Fighters Dojo as well. I'll just play this because it's like weird. I'm running the channel Curry Fighters Dojo as well, where I'm uploading like all the VODs from these Japanese tournaments. And then, you know, hopefully I can get them, because the American scene, like I said, they have they're pretty dead. Their anniversary tournament they had this year, which is supposed to be their major, is like only 5 people, right? And to be fair, I think the biggest Japanese tournament this year was only like 11 people, right? So just the game is obviously small, but like Curry Fighters 2, Curry Fighters Dojo, there was a point where the shorts were getting like 1,000, 2,000 views, which, you know, that's nothing, you know, no Mr. Beast numbers, obviously, no VG Bootcamp numbers or anything, but like, you know, it's decent considering most tournament VODs only get like maybe like 100, 200 views. So I was getting like comments. There was a point in time where it did hit the algorithm, but you know, I didn't have enough shorts, so I just kind of stopped being able to upload shorts. So I'm gonna try to, you know, because I'm just gonna try to ask a bunch of Japanese players if I can use their clips for shorts. Try to get some good footage myself, and, you know, try to get in the algorithm again. And then next time when I get in the algorithm, I'm gonna try to save up more money next year and just see if we can, you know, build, you know, an international scene that doesn't have to take into account, you know, the current American discord, because, you know, it seems they don't even play the game anyway. So my ban there, it's like it's not even gonna matter. But obviously, I want to work on keeping, you know, this positive energy, because no one's gonna want to enter tournaments. Nobody's gonna want to enter tournaments where the main face of these tournaments is, you know, just someone who has like anger issues and all this stuff. So I want to try to keep the positivity going, and then, you know, want to be playing Brawl as well next year. Once again, I want to take hope we take Supernova very seriously. I hope I get to go to a few warm-up tournaments. I don't want to, you know, wing it at Supernova, you know, cold turkey. But yeah, so just life's going great. Those are my plans for next year, you know. Just keep doing well in life, keep going to horse therapy, keep working from home, save up more money. I'm not a money-obsessed person, but, you know, just get my life in check, because, you know, this office work from home job definitely better money than when I was working fast food. So, you know, just get on the right path, and get on the right path in life, you know, just game-wise, emotional-wise, friend-wise. I think I'm doing a lot better now. I know this video is like 30 minutes long, but I think I am gonna end the video here now. But I hope, you know, it was a lot better than watching me make those like baby rage videos or whatever you want to call them the past like 2-3 years. So I know this video was like kind of long, but yeah, we are legitimately happy now for the first time in my life since 2008. So yeah, if you managed to watch this whole video, you know, thank you. And if you watch even a little bit of it, thank you. And, you know, I'll try to respond to, you know, the comments. If anybody wants to talk about anything on Twitter at RipplePoyo. So yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really need to drag this on anymore. I'm just doing better in life, both emotional-wise, friend-wise, and even video game-wise. So, peace, guys. Hope this mental health update was something that you guys can enjoy listening to me talk about, instead of, you know, those ridiculous emo videos. Alright, peace for real now.